Let's continue. Here we're doing very well at the moment. Looks like the better attackers are probably going to withdraw. No, they didn't. Very good. Now they're going to withdraw, but we're not going to pursue. You can come up in the forest. You guys can come there. I think we're just going to reinforce you. Now our air attacks. Okay. What can these guys get to up here? They can get to the artillery piece. Good. These guys will come in and strafe here. Give aiming assistance there. And we're going to take out the Polish cavalry. Well, damage them there. Basically, he paid a visit to Tito, Yugoslav dictator, war criminal, and visited earned the title of at first sight between him and Martin. In local chronicles later on, Biden referred to the meeting as one of the highlights of his career, during which history came alive, and later on defended Tito in his book, A Leader Ruling Over Yugoslavia Person. Yeah, Biden has, we are talking politics, but I'm not trying to, Biden's first presidential campaign collapsed when it was found out that he plagiarized a speech by Neil Kinnock, the labor leader of Britain at the time. He says a lot of stuff. I don't know how true or correct it is when he's talking about himself. And yeah, I'm just pointing out things like you are that he's said and done. It's up to people whether they think it's appropriate or not, and how they want to support it, because they may really like his policies, and I understand that. Do we attack here or do we attack there? We attack here. There we go. Okay, I think you can fully kill him without any assistance. Hopefully you can kill them. And no, I'm not overrunning you into the bridge. Here we're going to... Okay, that looks like it'll be the most useful. Ooh, splash, that was a spectacular explosion. Well, one of you survived, okay. Yes. Well, I understand that. Okay, well, of course, war crimes can only take place during wartime. And I, quite honestly, I have my belief, my understanding about Tito and his partisans. But I don't have enough facts to argue that at the moment. Tosa, I'll just call you. You know, like I believe he did, but I can't like point to a particular crime at the moment. Now we can point to a lot of. Well, I don't. Again, I don't maybe have them right at the moment, but there are a lot of crimes that the Ustashi did in Yugoslavia are well documented. So. Those are quite clear. Okay, and Ljubljana in 2005. Well, cool. Sorry, Dark Blue Ink, and we'll get off the subject. Overrun, but no, we're not going to cross that bridge. You're getting reinforced. We can take that with the artillery. That will allow me to. Back to Poland. So Poland had a chance. I've been doing some research and looking into it. Poland had a chance to, shall we say, form alliances a bit earlier to defend itself. Now, the Poles would say, with some justification, that they weren't going to ally with the Czechs because the Czechs were willing to deal with the Soviet Union in possible defense capacity. And the Poles were absolutely against that idea. And so that's what they would say. Now the Czechs would say that Polish demands for Czech territory, Zolist, I think is how you pronounce it, was the reason the Czechs wouldn't ally with them. So you get these sort of two dueling narratives, two countries both under threat from the Germans. And so that is why you don't see a Czech, Polish, French, British alliance against the Germans. And so that really weakens their position, because the Poles, and I totally get the idea that the Poles really saw the biggest threat as being the Soviet Union, the second biggest being Germany, And the Czechs, seeing, since they didn't share at the time a border with the Soviet Union, the biggest threat being Germany, especially once they're being surrounded by getting Austria into part of Germany. So that keeps a Polish-Czech alliance from happening. Okay, Hauptenwagen, my general. One of our long-range recon pilots has been making quite a fuss. He has been clamoring for less time in the reserves and even transferred to combat assignments. There's nothing we can do about the request at the moment, but perhaps in future we should regularly deploy recon aircraft. In upcoming battles, perhaps that will placate him if we determine if a transfer to a combat unit is appropriate for this particular pilot. Okay, interesting. Not quite sure what that has to do with things here, but okay, well. I guess you guys can get out to here. I'm gonna get one attack. I want to get the best attack and I can on them. Because I've really been looking and trying to study the causes of World War II. And not just what battles, where, when, how, all that good stuff. I gotta remember to bring you up first. Yeah, you're a gun at me. Now here. There. Where can we do the most good? Maybe take you out. Very good. Because I do believe a war was coming for various reasons from various parties. As we were saying, you know, Hitler had his agendas. That is clear to me, at least. Man, these engineers are doing good. Okay, if they can attack there without any extra aid, no, we're not going to push across the bridge, at least not with you. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Zolist or Zol. Yeah, it's still part of Czechoslovakia. That's what they were pushing for, and they were using a very Sudeten-like German tactic. And that's what the Czechs would tell you is why there wasn't an alliance, is because Poland wanted that little bit of territory that they got just post the Munich Agreement and whatnot. They got that little bit of territory then. And obviously, once the Munich Agreement happens, it's too late for Poland. I mean, well, yeah, that too, but too late for Czechoslovakia. The like I was saying, the Poles would say Czechs' willingness to deal with Russia is the big concern. And that's how they see it. Is the conflicting narratives of why each side wouldn't pursue a closer alliance with the other. Well, I would disagree on the economics part, Scooter. But I would agree very much on the Treaty of Versailles part, because that is dealing with the ramifications of that is why you have World War II, in my opinion. I think a lot of people overplay economics in a lot of these situations. We're going to reinforce you. We're going to put pressure up on these guys. Okay, well, you're going to fall back. And you're going to come there. You're going to come here. And go, oh, we captured it. Now we run away. Because they can react to it if they so choose. No, I probably shouldn't have sent you way up there. But whatever. No, I would 100% agree with the one professor or somebody's statement that World War II was the war over the Treaty of Versailles. I would agree with that entirely. Okay, again, we're going to use it. No, you know we're not. We're going to bomb here. And then we're going to use this turn to reinforce you. Maybe he's out of, well, not entirely out of range, but we'll still see about striking whatever's in that truck. No, the Treaty of Versailles. Oh, either treats the losers too harshly, or not hard enough, not harsh enough. And I would contend that either you've got to go a lot lighter on particularly the Germans, or you've got to break Germany up. You know, break up the German Empire, and not just in name by getting rid of the Kaiser, but break it up as in like they did the Austrian Empire, or the Habsburg Empire, maybe I should say, of Austria-Hungary, and you know, set up a kingdom of Bavaria, set up a kingdom of Prussia, and whatnot. Whether they're called kingdoms or republics, or that is sort of immaterial, but set up those sorts of situations. Sort of like what happens after World War II. Now, there's a direct occupation very heavily after World War II, but they did break it up into East and West and carved off big chunks of territory. Oh, well, I'm not saying there still wouldn't be other wars, because we're humans and we fight wars for various things. Yeah, let's fall back. We're going to fall back and hopefully not be artillery this turn from up there. And get some reinforcements in for them. Oh, unrest cure. People are just who find reasons to just, yeah, that's why I say whether for economic, yeah. Well, I don't know if it's just to be evil and kill each other, but I'm one that believes why nations do things the way they do is economics is important, but not the primary reason. I think economics has sort of been overused as the reasons why nations do things. I think emotion is much bigger. Much bigger. Yeah, no, I hear you on just to kill each other is evil. Well, I don't know that anybody's gotten humanity figured out yet. I know there's a lot of people who think they've gotten humanity figured out, but I don't know if that is the case. Why people do things. We're also going to reinforce you back up to there because we're holding pretty well. Well, they're not pushing up there. That's interesting. Let's bring you back down to here. It says people find reasons not to get along. Well, that very well may be the case. They get pushed back. We're gonna swap you to, or shift you to this air base here, and since we're not operating you this turn, we will reinforce you. I'm trying to think what you unrest cure or the unrest cure. You're making a very good point there. Yeah, I'm not enough of a psychologist to be able to answer that element of the question. I think I'm enough of a historian and analyst to sort of look at some of the political, military, and economic causes of a particular conflict, however much that is just human nature or not. Well, thanks, Unrescue. Well, I really, quite honestly, was trying to keep it to looking more at the situation of Poland, because that's what we're playing as opposed to the modern politics. That's not what I'm here for, but I am here to talk about the history surrounding the games that we're playing here. And that's very much what I like to do. Okay, let's see. You can fly here. No, never mind. So, do we want to use you up here maybe again? Okay, well, no, we're going to come up here and we're going to fly here. And we're going to take the anti-aircraft fire. We're going to strafe on that. And then we're going to come here because I want to obliterate this artillery piece that they foolishly moved up. 5, 6. Okay, it looks like he's gonna maybe pull back, but Random question. My dad was a huge fan of Panzer General a while back. Very well. Hello. Um, I don't know how to break that up. The Rashinaka. How you doing? Yes, this is a very good improvement, I would say, to the original Panzer General, which I loved as well. Yeah, natural evolution. If you like the originals, you should like this. If you don't like the originals, you probably won't like this. Should probably fire you first. No, I like this a lot. I love the originals. It's an improvement. Graphically, we can zoom in, look at the Polish horsemen, infantry, the tank models, that kind of thing. Zoom out, get the full picture, being able to pull out to have this type of map. If you want to look at a sort of bigger overview, come in here. Well, very good, Tosa. Glad you have two monitors so you can keep playing. Nice. This game is a really good evolution of it. Of the Panzer Generals, of Panzer Corps 1, which I put all of them in a continuum of gameplay. Well, it looks like they've given up down here. I mean, I know they're still pushing here a bit, but we may decide to push across the river soon. No, I didn't want to do that. Good thing we have that. I wanted to click Elite Reinforcement there. We're gonna do the reconnaissance attack and then fall back. Absolutely, Van Bishop. Absolutely. We're about ready to push here. They shifted a lot of their forces up here, which is fine. And a bunch up we know is behind there as well, but they haven't pushed back up to there. I don't get that entirely. Elite reinforce you. Hey, for Oakenshield, thanks so much for the cheer. We and all of the streamers really appreciate your support. All of your support, and all the people who watch here. Okay, well. We know he's there, so we're... oh, I forgot about you. Okay. Trying to figure the dance out. would be best. Overrun, yes, okay. Hit the artillery next here. Not even cargo truck, we don't even know what's in it, but let's shoot him up. Big time, yeah, and push. Oh, hello, okay. Retreat. Yeah, we can retreat back into there. And you can come up and take the high ground. And you can move there, get better air coverage. There we go. You go back, you're gonna say it was better. Yeah, and what they're doing right now, and they have announced that, their new DLC is coming. I don't think they've given a date yet. I guess Axis Operations 1940, and that's going to be looking at 1940, obviously. And so they're really now, they're giving it the depth that Panzer Corps 1 had. One of my good friends was, yeah, I really like Panzer Corps 2, but Panzer Corps 1 has a lot more depth to scenarios. And I went, well, yeah, they've just released the base game and sort of give you a quick overview of World War II. And yeah, so the original had a lot more work, but they're going back in and doing all that work to giving you all the battles. I mean, not necessarily the same battles as Panzer Corps 1, but giving you a lot of detailed battles. I really like how they dealt with the Saar offensive in this 1939 DLC. And so you can get the base game, works great, love it. Getting the DLCs will just add lots of context and detail to World War II. Yeah, exactly, Ben Bishop. And so, yeah, give them time. They're working on it. I'm a big fan of what they're doing. Okay, we're going to, let's see, can you get over here? Yes, you can get over here. So, yeah, I think we'll do this. What we're going to do here is, ooh, that doesn't look very good. Never mind. Undo. This does have the undo button in. Just not going to be good enough. We need to stay away from the air. Let's shift these. I made a mistake in shifting them down here. Let's shift both of these guys back up here, and we're going to use the air to push over here. Okay, well, for some reason they've not reacted to my taking that town there. So, no, you guys are already here. Right, well, okay, run away. We want to take this. That gets some of our bonus objectives. Keep pushing in the reinforcements. Yeah. Well, you know. Okay. Cavalry charge. Yay! And we didn't run anybody good. That worked. That worked. And we'll see how the AI reacts to us pushing across the river there.